Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you for this one. And Charles, the Ravens, they've done it again. Champions of the AFC. Remember, they won Super Bowl 47 back in February of 2013, but had not won so much as a playoff game since then.
And remember, the franchise moved from Cleveland, but they started as a true fresh franchise. They didn't take the Browns with them. They became the Ravens. That was 1996. Won a Super Bowl over the Giants. Was that Super Bowl 35 in Tampa. They've won it twice overall, trying to win another one. And there's always a trademark when you think about the Ravens, right? The way they play defense, the way they run the football, how tough and hard-nosed they are as an organization, trying to do it one more time.
Meanwhile, it took until Super Bowl 52 for the Eagles to lift the Lombardi Trophy for the first time, and they are back looking for number 2 just 24 short months later.
Didn't take long, did it? Made it back to the big game, and let's be honest, we're never going to forget that first Super Bowl title. That win over the New England Patriots, the big plays that came out of that, Nick Foles playing quarterback and flinging it all over the place, the Philly special that's turned into a statue outside of their home stadium, the Link. It's absolutely unforgettable, but now they have a chance to add to their Super Bowl collection. They want to hoist one more.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. His throw incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. It's caught by Jackson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Here we go. 180. Watch the screen. Pass.
Wentz to throw again. Caught by the tight end Ertz. It's a gain of 9 yards, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
36. I got him.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wentz. He'll hit Jackson. Complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down.
You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You won't get this. You're all mine.
From the gun, it's Wentz. That one caught by Gibson. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3.
Coming to you. Coming to you.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
To throw again on second down. Wentz got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He gets it to Brown, complete. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go. Forward on the base. Forward Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now it's Jackson out to his left. And that will be incomplete. And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on fourth down here. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson escaping the pressure right. Now this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. Fourth and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard, 49 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down, it's Ingram. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Get him, get him, get him.
Draw play, Ingram now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Ingram. And an alley to run. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second down, Ingram. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Wild Bill, Wild Bill.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready? Three's the mic. 60 out low. Check 53. Y'all not ready.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Yeah, that's going to go now. Right, I think our mic is now on. How exciting for everybody. Right.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got Snead. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
No.
Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's
Just
the
think
case
we're at that
here,
stage
1st down.
already.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10.
Yeah, I think that's all I can do.
Here, losing yardage back to the 16. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, potentially. Just keep working that clock.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 13 yards out.
That chewed a lot of clock anyway. Booth review.
Here in the first half. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where
The ruling on the field is overturned.
the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York.
Actually, that works out. I'll take that because it means I've got more clock to burn.
Communicate with the referee at the game site and issue a final decision.
Oh, you called it time out.
They do have the final call now.
I thought the quarter just ended. I was like, hang on.
First of their timeouts, and
Right.
they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They come out here in the eye. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home.
There we go.
They'll take it
I think he
in.
tackled him into the
Touchdown.
end zone.
Punching it in from a yard away as they are now on the board here in the first half. And that's That's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in.
Oh, I think it's party audio that's shared. Hang on, I'll have to pause it again.
They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Hang on. Why isn't it letting me pause? Oh, do I have to... Hang on. I'm kicking the ball. I'm trying to pause it, but it won't let me. Alright.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Okay, right, so share. It's just share party audio, so video clips and broadcasts will include all audio from players in the party who allow their voices to be shared. So do you know where the share button is? Just click the share button and then it's in audio, like broadcast settings.
Offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's get this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
I've been in that position from the start.
Better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling,
I thought you were through then.
Did really well.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Here's Wentz to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
My tackling is
He's
dreadful.
going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line.
No huddle's so scary.
Again, it's Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Into the red zone, Wentz. He finds Howard complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
No, this is not the defense you want on the goal.
Yards combined on those last 2 plays. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I thought it was a fumble there.
Open downfield, had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back.
Yeah, no, you've done well.
Now Wentz again. Got a man open. It's Ertz.
So irritating.
Philadelphia. Carson Wentz
I just can't compete with the speed at which you sort of trim down the field. Again, how'd you get that ball away? I've got 2 players in your face.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
We're losing viewers at some pace. We're losing viewers. We dropped down to 2. We're up at 4 at one point. I don't know.
After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Trim that clock down.
Set at the line for this next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
I've had my fun.
So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54.
I think 21-7. I'm fairly happy that actually I've got that kind of score, because I think you're way beyond me. I think Ross put 60 points on me, so.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Which is fine if you're ahead, but as soon as now I'm behind, I've got no idea what to do.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's Snead as they run the jet sweep.
Snead, he's my best wide receiver. He's not very good.
Pick up on 1st down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had.
Yeah, they do not have a good. It's all in the running game. But Andrews, Boyle, and Hurst, the tight ends, they're not great.
On 2nd down now.
Oh, he got me.
It's Ingram, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage would be found.
I'm struggling to run the ball actually
This
against you.
offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Jackson rolling to his right.
Bad.
That is incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd
Well, I'm
quarter.
on 37. I should probably punt this.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over there on the sidelines.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
They still can't hear you.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next
Go for
drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now Howard. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being
Howard's
taken
very
down
good
at
for
the
you.
27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 27, Wentz.
Oh, should have had that.
Got tipped, kind of threw everything off.
Yeah.
Brings up third. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
And he connects with her.
So hard to defend.
Picking up the first on a gain of
Like
15.
it doesn't matter how many people you've got around him, he's getting that ball.
Being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go counter with Howard. Howard has the first down and then some. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 6-yard line. So you got the lead.
It's not the way we dreamt it the night before.
You love big runs like that at any time. Here you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side.
Man, I need to take that.
Big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. To throw is Wentz. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Pernell McPhee coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's me, yeah.
The sack, they go from the 13 on 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Wentz.
That was not a user sack.
Too great, and he goes down once more.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Is that in the playbook?
The offense stays out there.
Oh, it must be something you can download. I'm sure.
From this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. That's caught by Jackson. He will be brought down well shy of the goal line.
Proud of my boys.
They get the completion, but cannot push forward into the end zone, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Oh, my. Sometimes with the pitches, the blockers pick up the defenders really well, and sometimes they just crap. Like,
They need points.
Big time.
they offered no help whatsoever.
So now they have to
You
continue.
need to get swallowed up.
13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Probably shouldn't be grinding the clock down when I'm 2 scores.
Ingram again. And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
Yeah, I've just realised that I should actually start trying to
That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
progress the ball.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On the draw, this is Ingram.
Oh, ran into traffic. That was crap.
Well shy of the first, right around the 15.
Well,
just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
at least I gave myself room to punt.
Here's Sam Cook now.
Look at that. Look at that
Standing
punting
just about
space.
on his own goal line.
I know, it's okay. I just worry about the fumble.
A
I'm the most conservative Madden player in the world.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The
Don't
Eagles
even know what player
offense
to
set
make.
to begin their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz.
Oh, how are we leaving him open?
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 13
Yeah.
and a first down for Philadelphia.
Just Ertz is unbelievable. He looks like that thing Alex sent me of the Drew Brees. Have you seen it of Drew Brees where they've maxed out his size stats?
Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And that'll be incomplete.
I think I just punched him in the face.
As he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't
Bang.
hang on 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right
Concerns
now?
me.
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Howard. And the good reaction there defensively.
That was amazing.
And it'll be 4th down.
Just so much pre-snap stuff, and then drill it into the ground. Oh, is it on there? That was the Philly special. It was not as good as I remember. Just drilling it into the ground.
Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Raven
Oh my
offense
god,
set
I'm
the
on
line
the
for
one.
this next
I thought you
drive.
punted it out the
Here
back
we are,
there.
almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he'll run it. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And they will finally get him down at the 28. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
But it's as soon as I start opening things up that things go horribly wrong for me.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Containing him is becoming a big problem.
Yeah,
I've seen this once earlier on this drive.
he's literally just come back from like 9 weeks out with a collarbone break. I just don't want him to go into contact that often as possible.
Either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They toss to Ingram.
Oh, for fuck! They've done it again. The blockers just let the Like, there's no attempt to block at all.
I like the strategy.
Right.
Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the
I'm pleased that so far this at least has the score of an NFL game. Whereas the game I played with Ross was like 100 points were scored, and that's not natural. Yeah. But that's because I think he scored on like his opening play almost every time.
This is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He'll buy some time right. And
no, I didn't get on.
Incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot.
Oh, that's terrible.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
You should, yeah.
Meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked
that was bad. He threw whilst facing his own end zone. That's not what you should do. I'm just running out of time as well. Okay, let's try again. Oh, he swallowed that up as well. Fuck.
He will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
He can run for it, and he will. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. No one there to help out down.
Yeah, oh mate, every week.
For 22 and a first. First and goal.
What I love with Jackson is he's constantly pointing as well. Yeah.
From the gun, Jackson.
Oh, fuck. That was again a stupid play. Look, he's got his back to the throw. That's wow, you know.
That one's gonna hurt, and in a big way.
Just flew too close to the sun. No, I am drilling whoever. I should have picked that off. I should have picked that off.
The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They run the counter. It's Howard, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
I think I've defended you okay.
Loss of 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Hill on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
I should probably put Lamar on those punt returns.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to take off with it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run.
I just wish I had some targets, some receiving targets.
And you know, in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be
really
what we
does.
call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read.
And he will score. Touchdown,
Come on.
25 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with him. I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh.
Yes, slight understatement. He's taken every single play into his own hands. I can't believe he didn't get MVP. Do you see Wentz picked him for MVP?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
You've started to play slightly erratically, so I was kind of hoping you'd throw a pick if I give you the ball.
That may have been what happened on that play.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Just the number of Philly specials you've been doing has made me think it's worth giving you the ball back. It wouldn't have been as special if they did it like 3 times in the Super Bowl. And 2 of them were just drilled into the ground.
Throwing is Wentz.
Oh, that's good.
Over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard
Old Faithful.
line.
Yeah.
14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking
What's his number, do you know?
Come up 1st and 10. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard.
I'm gonna start covering him properly now.
He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I've got 3 men on him there.
Zone defense is the windows that you see open. They shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The throw by Wentz, caught by Jackson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Howard.
Oh, that's really good.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. To throw, it's Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Now a fake on the game as they try the run pass option. And
that's the game.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
I'm quite pleased it was competitive.
There to make the
Yeah.
And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Oh dear.
My goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rear view mirror.
So I know what the fans want. The fans want me to run the ball and chew the clock. It's what they're used to.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
What big plays do I have? Not sure I have any. No.
The Raven offense set at the line.
I just have running around with Lamar.
To redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go.
He had that ball like.
See what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player.
That's going badly.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well. And if they
Did he not take that?
It's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Now yet another incompletion here as they
Oh yeah,
fail to connect on
he's
third.
on his knees. Fuck. Oh, I don't even know what many I'm in. Right. One last. Yeah.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
Yep, you're getting the ball back. That was a fucking horrible throw.
Picked off by Ronald Darby. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you catch that? No.
The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guy's playing it.
I think I'm as likely to score an interception as I am to score myself at this point. Well, certainly at this point. Oh, for fuck's sake, you did it again. Was that like a fake? I mean, it caught me out, in fairness.
17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
All of your plays at the moment are completely needless because you could just take a knee.
You're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just
not again. Not again.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run him into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Stop doing the Philly special.
But this one winds up to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
I know this formation.
So what am I going to say?
Great defense.
I'm darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here it comes again. Here it comes again.
Now Howard going to throw again. And incomplete here. So a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up.
I'm trying to double up on Carson Wentz.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do.
It's the one thing I do not want to allow.
The legs still there. This has been a tough game. To throw is Howard. To throw on 3rd down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Ravens
Fourth and 20.
Timeout. As they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Surely not another face special.
They're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Howard throwing on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
How many Philly specials is that?
Teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you
I can't get there anyway.
It didn't pay off in that situation.
I can't catch you anyway. You're too far ahead.
There on the scramble, it gets him a 1st down.
but it's been an entertaining experience.
They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to let it fly. And
Oh, hit you in the head.
He had a chance to come down.
This is just terrible play at this point. I'm just trying to salvage something.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Jackson throwing again. Got a man. It's Brown. And they will
that's it. Can't get there.
inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Oh, thanks.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout called. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. One last shot for Jackson, and
yes.
It's caught. He's got it for a late
That was a charity
touchdown.
point there, but thank you.
A little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to
There's some way I can score 7 points on an extra
Problem
point.
for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just
You'd have thought it would be a fun time to do a fake, but no. Always sensible.
We're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Come on, fumble. Come on, fumble.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3.
Oh, I was just trying to make you. Yeah, well.
And the Lombardi
Still the ball.
Trophy will rest in the city of
Well.
brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl
Well done, Dan.
champs.
It was an excellent Super Bowl, one for the ages.
For the victors,
13 Philly
that
specials.
Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling.
It's a deserved. What did you go 15-1 in the season?
The journey to get to this game is incredible, and then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on. That's just got to be absolutely
Yes, as did I.
amazing.
Thank you very much. And let's do. I'll see you next season in the Super Bowl. Obviously.
Accomplishment forever.
Right, let's kill the stream.